All right, this flow is going to be very heavily focused on the upper body. And we're going to take this toward a version of a lopsided crow. And I'll show you how to do that once we get to that point. We'll prep it quite a bit. It's going to be a lot of bent arm work. You'll feel this across the shoulders and the upper back. And keep in mind, once you come toward that lopsided crow, you don't actually have to bring your feet up off the floor. But just approaching the pose and getting as close as you can is certainly enough to really feel the work and really start to feel a bit more opening in the shoulders and the upper back. So have that in mind. So to get this started, let's go ahead and begin this on our knees. So bring yourself down, knees together, feet together as well. I want you to tuck the toes of both feet behind you. I'm going to stretch out the soles just a little bit. So see, all 10 toes are tucked, and I always have to persuade my pinky toes to cooperate. But bring yourself up right here for a moment. Keep your toes active, dig them down into the floor. Just hold here. And if this is excruciating for any reason, you can let go at any time. But otherwise, just try to relax into this as best you can. It's definitely an aggressive stretch if you don't do this too often. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and release this. Bring your hands down to the floor, shake your feet out just a little bit. And then bring yourself back to sitting on your shins and just with the feet flat underneath you. And if for any reason this isn't going to work for you, if your ankles are too tight, you can always take a cross-legged seat. Whatever works. Go ahead and just bring yourself upright and stack your spine. So tense up the midsection through the belly, around the low ribs, like you're cinching a belt. And just bring your hands onto your lap, open your palms toward the ceiling. Reach the crown of your head straight up. Draw your chin in just a little bit. Keep the back of the neck nice and long. Relax your shoulders down. And then just close your eyes. So just take a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then just start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pull in as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs and hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. Now just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. Now when you're ready here, take a deep inhale. When you exhale, just open your eyes. And just take it slow. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale through center one more time. Inhale, reaches up high. And now just keep your arms up this time. We're going to take this to the side, but I want you to bring your right hand behind your head with the palm facing in. Left palm faces the other way. Now clasp your fingers. And with your left hand, draw the right arm behind your head. Now press your head back into your right arm. Keep the shoulder pulled back. And we'll take this as a side bend. So just press your left elbow toward the floor. Bring your gaze up high. Keep the right shoulder back. And then release for a moment and lean right a little bit. And then again, left elbow toward the floor, gaze up high. And then bring this to the right side. One more time, left elbow toward the floor, gaze up high, hold here. Now as you gaze up, keep that right shoulder back, open up your chest, and keep that left arm pulling down. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this and switch it out. Left hand behind your head with the palm facing in. Right palm faces the other way. Clasp your fingers, and with the right arm, draw the left arm behind your head. Press your head back into your left arm. And keep that left shoulder back. Let's take it to this side. So pull the right elbow toward the floor. Bring your gaze up high. And then just release that. Lean a little bit to the left. Again, right elbow toward the floor. Gaze up high. Keep the right shoulder pulled back. Or left shoulder pulled back. And then lean this left. One more time. Right elbow down. Gaze up high, and as you're leaning right, keep that left shoulder pulled back. Keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just go ahead and release this. Hands to the floor. Bring yourself up into all fours for a moment. going to take this into a twist right away, and we're going to thread the needle here. So wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips to set this up. And we'll take this back and forth before we settle to the twist, keep in mind, so be ready to move. With your next inhale, press into your left hand, reach your right arm high. And with the exhale, bring your right arm underneath the shoulder all the way to the floor. Press into your left hand, inhale the right arm up high again. And with the exhale, twist and bring your right shoulder down. Press into your left hand, inhale the right arm up high. Exhale, twist one more time and hold this. So right shoulder down to the floor, press into the right hand. And as you press into your left hand, stack that left shoulder above the right. If this is enough, stay right here. Now, if you can take it further, maybe step your left foot straight back, but sink that hip down toward the floor to feel the twist. And just keep breathing. And then go ahead and release this. Bring the right knee down. And then left knee down, right. Press into your left hand. Inhale the right arm up high. And with the exhale, bring that hand to the floor. We'll see if I can get my right and left together here. Let's take this the other side. Press into your right hand this time. Inhale your left arm up high. Exhale, left arm underneath. Bring the shoulder all the way down. Press into the right hand. Inhale your left arm up high again. Exhale, twist and bring the left shoulder down to the floor. And then one more time. Press to the right hand. Inhale your left arm high. Exhale, left arm underneath. Bring the shoulder all the way down and stay down. Now, keep the tension in the left hand and through the left shoulder. As you press the right hand down, try to stack the right shoulder above the left. And then to take it further, maybe step that right foot back, but drop the right hip down toward the floor. Now, if you lifted the right knee, set it back down. Press into your right hand, inhale your left arm up high. And then with the exhale, come back to center, back to all fours. Move around for a moment here. And we're going to take this into the wrists. So from all fours, I want you to bring your knees together and your feet together as well. And as you hold on to this, just walk your hands back. They're going to stay about shoulder width, but bring them so they're about one hand's distance forward of your knees. Now, flip the hands over, backs of the hands down, palms facing up, the fingertips point in the direction of your feet. And just feel this out. You can always bring the hands in closer and keep more weight on the legs. Now, wherever you set this up, go ahead and keep the fingers spread wide. Press your fingertips down, straight arms here to start. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. And keep the tension in your hands. Let the stretch move through the wrists up into the forearms. And then if you're able to move with this, we're going to take this with some cow and cat breathing. So keep the hands tense with your fingertips digging down. When you're ready with an inhale, just drop your belly, pull your chest forward, lift your gaze. Exhale, round your spine and empty out. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward, gaze high. Exhale, round and empty again. Inhale, drop the belly, chest forward, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward, gaze high. And then with the exhale, just round this one more time. Hold here for a moment. Keep the fingertips pressing down. Keep the arms as straight as you can. And then go ahead and release that. Come up onto the fingertips. And keep the hands relatively close like this. Now this time it's going to be palms down. Fingertips rotate to the sides and then in the direction of your feet again. And just come as far in that rotation as you can. Now set your hands flat, spread your fingers out wide, dig your fingertips into the floor. And then if this is enough, just stay here. Now, you can always just sink your seat back toward your heels for a deeper stretch, but if you can take this further, I want you to try to work this with bent arms. So bend the elbows underneath your chest and toward each other. You're squeezing towards center. Bring your chest forward and try to set some weight in your arms. And just go back and forth. Press back up to straight. And then shoulders forward, pull the elbows in, put more weight on your hands. And then press back up and bring it forward again. And we're going to do it one more time. So press up to straight. And then bend the elbows in. Try to put as much weight in your arms as you can. Keep your fingertips digging into the floor. This could be good enough. And you can always just stay here. Now, if you can take this further, let's start to move from the legs. Keep your upper body as is. Step your right foot as far back to the left as you can. Touch the big toe down. And then bring that knee back to center. Left big toe over to the right far as you can go. Back to center here. Right big toe over to the left again. Extend this out. Come back to center. Left big toe over to the right far as you can go. And back to center again. One more time over to the left with your right big toe. Back to center here. One more time to the right with your left big toe. And then come back to center. And then go ahead, press up to straight, come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels. Shake your hands out. And just loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Now when you're ready from here, bring your legs out from underneath you. Come to a seat. And we're going to take this into reverse tabletop. So feet in front of you about hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width, palms down, fingertips forward if you can. You can always rotate the fingers to the sides. But go ahead, pressing your hands and feet, just lift your seat up off the floor. And let's take this up and down. So with an inhale, press your hips up as high as you can. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift again. And then with the exhale, lower. Now inhale, press high one more time and hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting. You can look forward, look up, or let your head fall back. You keep that tension so you're still lifting in between the shoulders and the knees. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come back down. And take a moment here to shake your hands out just a little bit. Now we're going to bring this up again and start shifting weight side to side, just a little bit different here. So feet still in front of you about hips width distance apart, hands behind the shoulders about shoulder width, and this time have your fingertips pointed out to the sides, right and left. Now just press down, lift your seat up off the floor, and then with an inhale, press your hips up high, stay lifted here. Now you can have your gaze wherever you like. I recommend looking up or maybe even looking forward. Keep your glutes squeezing, so don't let go of that. But then shift your weight onto your left hand. Press from the shoulder. Try to lift to the fingertips of the right. And then set your right palm down. Bring the weight over to the right side. Press from your right shoulder. Try to lift to the fingertips of your left hand. And then glutes are still engaged. Both hands flat. Come over to the left side. Lift your right palm. And then set it back down. Come over to the right side. Lift your left palm. And both hands down. Glutes are still squeezing. Over to your left side. Lift the right palm again. Set it back down. One more time. Over to the right side. Lift your left palm again. Come back to center. Glutes are still squeezing. Press your hips higher. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, come back down. Just shake things out for a moment. I know it's a lot of tension or a lot of time to hold it for anyway. When you're ready, just cross the ankles in front of you. Roll forward your hands and come back into all fours. Now from all fours, we're going to take this a little bit further into the shoulders and a little bit more twisting as well. So to start, I want you to bring yourself from the hands down to the forearms. So forearms to the floor, two ways to do this. You can have the forearms parallel with the palms flat, or you can press the palms together. To see that you're keeping the position of the elbows under control, press your spine up toward the ceiling, and then just keep your belly pulled in. We're just going to take this as a twist. I want you to press your hands into the floor and keep some weight forward. So when you're ready, keep your right knee bent, but lift your right leg and scorpion this. Bring that right foot over left. Try to touch your big toe down to the floor. Let your body twist. And then bring this back to center. Lift your bent left leg up and over to the right. Try to bring the big toe to the floor. And then just come back with both knees down. Right leg lifts again. Keep the knee bent. Big toe down toward the floor to the left. And then come back down. Twist the other way. Left leg up and over. Big toe toward the floor. And then bring this back to center. Now right leg over. One more time. Hold this here. And then as you're twisted, try to straighten your right leg as much as you can. So the right hip's high. You should feel that twist. Keep pressing into your hands. And then I want you to pulse this. So just keeping the twist and trying to bring that right foot up as high as you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come back to center with both knees down. Take it the other way. Lift your bent left leg and just twist over to your right side. Now hold the twist and straighten your left leg as best you can. Keep pressing into your hands. Now again, want to pulse. Bring in that foot up high. So on my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come back to center and bring this up to all fours. Wrists underneath the shoulders, knees under your hips. Just move around for a moment. And then when you're ready, from all fours, press into your hands, tuck the toes of both feet, hover your knees up off the mat, and keep the knees lifted like this. We'll work this back and forth to twisting. So bring the right knee forward, just touch your left elbow, and then step back. Left knee to right elbow, and step this back. Right knee to left elbow, step it back again. Left knee to right elbow, and step it back. Now a little different. Right knee to left elbow, hold here. Now pivot on your left foot, drop the left heel, pull the left elbow toward your belly. So you open up to the left side, and then just come back to center, both heels down, or both hands down rather, and toes still tucked. Take it on the other side, left knee to right elbow, and then pivot on the right foot, drop the right heel, right elbow toward your belly, just open to the right side. Turn back to center, back to all fours. Right knee to left elbow again, Drop your left heel, lift your left hand open to the side. Bring it back to center into all fours. Left knee to right elbow. Drop the right heel, lift your right hand open to the right. And then bring it back to center one more round. Right knee, left elbow. Drop your left heel, lift your left hand, hold. Now extend the right leg and set your foot down. So with an inhale, press your hips up high. Reach your left arm, keep the right arm straight and strong, and squeeze your glutes. And just hold, bring your gaze up high. Now we'll be doing this during the flow, keep in mind. So take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just sink back down. Now draw the right knee in, left hand to the floor, back to all fours. And let's take this on the other side. Left knee to right elbow. Drop the right heel, lift the right hand, hold here. Left leg to the side, set the foot. Now with an inhale, press your hips up high, reach for the right arm, and hold this. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep your hips lifting, keep the left arm strong. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come back down, pull the left knee in, back to center, back to all fours. And then just go ahead, set your knees down, move around for a moment. And then we're going to take this into that, well, we're actually going to take this into Dolphin first. So why don't you bring your forearms down to the floor again. And again, you can set this up with the forearms parallel, palms together, or with the palms together, whichever you do, just keep the elbows at shoulder width. And then go ahead, tuck the toes of both feet, lift your knees, bring your hips up. And maybe just stay low like this, and this is fine. You can keep your knees bent, you don't have to bring the hips up too high. But if you want to take it further, keep pressing your hands, walk the feet forward, get your hips as high as you can. And this might be good enough. You can just hold here, press into the floor from your shoulders, let your head just hang. But if you want to take it further, I'm going to cue this into Dolphin Push-Ups. So for that, with an inhale, bring your chin forward toward your hands. Exhale, press it back, hips high. Forward for 2. Press it back. Forward for 3. Press it back. Forward for 4. Press it back again. Forward for 5. Press it back. Forward for 6. And back. Forward for 7. And back. Forward for 8. And back. Forward for 9. And back. Forward for 10. Press it back. Go ahead, bring your knees in. Come back up to all fours. Take a moment here and just move around. And then I want to take this into the lopsided setup, toward that lopsided crow. So just feel this one out as well. So bring the right forearm down to the floor, but stand your left hand. Right elbow stays to the side, bring that right hand to center. Slide the left hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep that elbow pulled in. Now just look down at the mat, tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees, bring your hips up high. And maybe walk your feet further in and get your hips higher still. Now this is good enough all by itself. To take this further, inhale your left leg high. And then with the exhale, bring the knee down to touch the left arm. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, knee to left arm. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, knee to left arm. Now hold here, set that knee down. And see about using your inner thigh. Squeeze the right leg toward the left. And then go ahead and bring this all the way down. And come back up on your hands. Take a couple breaths. It's not supposed to be easy. But we're going to take that on the other side. So when you're ready, stay on your right hand, come down to your left forearm. Left elbow to the side, left hand moves into center. Slide your right hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist and keep the elbow pulled in. Now tuck the toes of both feet, lift your knees up off the floor, bring your hips up. And maybe to stay in a more backed off position here. You can bend your knees and keep your hips a little bit lower. Just keep that right elbow pulled in. This could be plenty. If you can take it further, walk it further forward, get your hips higher still. Now if you want to move with this, inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, knee to right arm. Now set the knee on your arm and just hold here for a moment. Maybe use the inner thighs and squeeze the left leg into the right. And then go ahead, release. Bring this all down. And come up to all fours. And just take a moment here to breathe. Now you can stay here a little bit longer, take a break and breathe, and take another stretch if you like before you move on. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now once you move into position, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Now press in your palms so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. Really try to flatten your hands. And then sink your chest to the floor. As your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can. Keep that upward reach of the hips. And if your legs are tight or if your hamstrings are tight, just let your knees bend.
And you can always just stay loose with this and pedal this out, let your hips move side to side. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, and step this to the front of the mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. Feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round. Let everything go long and loose, let the muscles in your neck relax. Now you can just hang your hands to the floor. You could reach to opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake side to side to loosen further. And then from wherever you are, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin. And then just restack your spine. So slowly round this up to standing. Bring your head up last. And just open up your palms at your sides. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged, just move smoothly and then release at the bottom. Inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor or to your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat and step this back to high plank. Now find your shape. Rotate the shoulders, palms press to the floor, press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling, keep it lifted and keep your shoulder blades spread apart. Use the tension of your body to hold your hips in line with the shoulders and heels. Now when you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms into upward facing dog. And as you come into this, you're on the tops of your feet, kick down, squeeze your glutes. That should help take tension out of your low back. And then lift up with your shoulders. Keep your chest pulling forward as best you can. Now take an inhale here. With the exhale, pull your belly in. Bring your hips back up into down dog. Paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. And we'll take that version of a sun salutation a few times. So take an inhale here. With the exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step to the front. Now inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale to standing, reach your arms up high. Exhale, fold this all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the floor, step it back, find high plank. Once you're in plank, take an inhale. Exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. 2 more times, we'll keep it steady, take an inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step to the front. Inhale, lift this halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, fold it back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. And with the exhale, hands to the mat, step it back to high plank. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly and hips up high to down dog. We'll take it through 1 more round. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward and step to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, arms reach up high. Exhale, all the way down again. Inhale, lift halfway here. And then with the exhale, set the hand, step it back to high plank. Take an inhale. With the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. Inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly and hips up high to down dog. And then just pedal out here for a moment. Now from your downward facing dog, inhale your right leg high behind you. With your right leg lifted, just bend the knee, scorpion dog. So just hang that foot to the left and open up your hips. With your next inhale, straighten the right leg, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now inhale your right leg high. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, forward knee to left elbow, twist and stay here. Now go slow. Drop your left heel, lift your left hand, pull the left elbow toward your belly, open to the side again. Extend your right leg and set your foot. Now with an inhale, press your hips up high, reach with your left arm. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep the right arm strong, and just breathe. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, bring it back down. Pull the right knee in, left hand to the floor, and step the right foot down between your hands. We're going to take this to a kneeling lunge, so bring your left knee down here. So flatten your left foot behind you, stack your hips over your left knee. Both legs are more or less at 90 degrees. Feet on two separate tracks, hips width distance apart. Now when you're ready, just bring your hands to your hips and come all the way to upright. Now kick into your left foot, press down to the right. When you're ready, reach your arms up high and find a steeple grip. Palms together, fingers in a lace, index fingers toward the ceiling. Now bend the elbows if you need to, but keep your shoulders pulled back, keep your chest open. You can straighten the arms as long as it doesn't force your head forward. Now just take this back and forth. So start to bend to the right knee, gaze up high, sink that left hip down and forward, and then press in your right foot, come back up to vertical. Again, bend your right knee, sink down low, gaze up high, open up your chest. Press into the right foot, back up to vertical. One more time, bend your right knee, sink the left hip down and forward, gaze high, hold here. Now keep your chest open, shoulders back, kick into the floor with your left foot, keep the glutes tense at least on the left side and keep breathing. Now with your next inhale, press into the right foot, stack your hips over your left knee. And then with the exhale, hands through heart center, move into a twist. Bring the left elbow outside your right thigh. Now press the elbow to the thigh, press the palms together, look back over your right shoulder. And just keep your spine long as you're twisting open to the side. Now this is good enough right here. Keep that left hip pulling forward, keep your spine long, but if you can go further, you can bend that right knee and pull that left hip down and forward to help deepen your twist. Keep breathing with this. All right, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring yourself back upright, hands to your hips. And we're just coming back to that kneeling lunge. Put the weight to the right foot when you're ready. Tuck the toes to the left. And then lift your left knee up off the floor. We're taking this into a high lunge stance. So deep into the right knee, left leg towards straight, the heels lifted behind. Hips are squared, right hip back, left hip forward. Now keep your torso upright, shoulders pulled back. We're going to go back and forth from here to balancing. So put your weight to the right foot, stay tall. Come forward with your left knee high, find your balance, take it slow. And then step your left foot back and come into that lunge. Woo! Hold your balance here. When you're ready, bring it forward again. Left knee high. And then step your left foot back into that lunge. And then when you're ready, bring it forward again with your left knee high. Step your left foot back one more time into that lunge. Now bring it forward with your left knee high. We're going to hold here. So dig down to the right big toe. Stay tall, slow your breathing down. And whenever you're ready, move into a standing twist. So the right hand comes to the outside of your left knee. Pull the left shoulder back, open your chest to the left side. And this might be good enough right here. Now, if you can take it further, maybe reach your left arm back. If you want to go further, you reach your right hand to the outside edge of the left foot and maybe extend your left leg. Just take things to where you can. Now take an inhale. Exhale, turn to center, hands, hips, left knee still lifted for a moment. And then set the left foot down and come to standing with your right knee high. Now once you're ready here, just go ahead, step that right foot back, come into a warrior one. So still with your hips squared, not too far back. Left knee bent, right leg straight, both feet flat. Right foot points to the side about 45 degrees or so. Pull the right hip forward, left hip back, square your hips to the front and shorten the stance or widen it if you need to. Sink the hips down. When you're ready with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, elbows wide, pull your shoulders back, let your head fall back, open up your chest. And just breathe with this for a moment. Now I want to go back and forth position. So from here, your spine should be pretty fully arched. And we're going to go back and forth from this to reaching forward and rounding. So take an inhale as you gaze up high. With the exhale, reach forward, round your spine as much as you can. Inhale, pull this back, open up, elbows wide. Exhale, reach forward and round. Inhale, pull this back, open up, elbows wide. Exhale, forward and round one more time. Inhale, pull this back, open up, elbows wide, hold here. Now keep your shoulder blades squeezing toward each other, keep your chest open, but look forward. Now take this slow. Chest stays open. Bring the weight to left foot, lift your right heel. And then with that arch in your spine, put the weight to left foot, lift your right foot up off the floor, and see about bending your right knee. Now maybe you're more toward a diagonal here, close to vertical. Try to take this further. Hinge from your left hip, belly toward the floor, shoulders pulled back, you're still looking forward. You can do it with straight left leg, but if you can take it deeper, bend your left knee, try to bring your belly down to your thigh. Now just hold. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, both feet down, forward, fold. When you're ready here, take an inhale, lift this up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands and bring your knees down to the floor. I want to take this into that lopsided crow variation. So once you're down, bring the right forearm down to the mat, but stay on your left hand. Right elbow stays to the side. Bring the right hand to center. Slide your left hand back so you can stack the elbow directly over the wrist. Keep that elbow pulled in. Now just look at the floor. Tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees. Bring your hips up high. Walk your feet further in. Get your hips higher still. Now as you hold this, just bring the left knee onto the left arm. This could be good enough. And if you can take it further, use your inner thigh, squeeze the right leg into the left. And then maybe, if you want to take it further, you can lift the right foot. You don't have to take it all that way. When you're ready, just go ahead, release, step it back to plank. And we'll take it through the Vinyasa. So from plank, take an inhale. Exhale, set your knees. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in, hips up high to down dog. Now from down dog, we'll take all that to the other side. So when you're ready with an inhale, raise your left leg high. Left leg lifted, open to your scorpion dog. Bend your left knee, hang the left foot right. With your next inhale, straighten your left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Now inhale your left leg high. Exhale, forward, knee to left elbow. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, forward, knee to right elbow, hold here. Now take it slow. Drop the right heel, lift the right hand, open up to your right side. Extend your left leg and set the foot. With an inhale, press up, reach to the right arm and stay lifted here. Keep your left arm strong. Keep your glutes squeezing and your hips pressing high. And keep reaching through that right arm. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just sink back down. Pull the left knee in, right hand to the floor, left foot between your hands, and come down to a kneeling lunge. Bring that right knee down to the floor, and flatten the right foot behind you. So both legs at 90 degrees, feet on two separate tracks, hips with distance. When you're ready, bring your hands to your hips and come all the way to upright. Now kick into the right foot, press down into the left, hips are square. When you're ready, reach your arms up high. And as you're reaching, find that steeple grip. Palms together, fingers in a lace, index fingers toward the ceiling. Now see your shoulders stay pulled back. So if your shoulders are tight, you're going to have to bend the elbows. Nothing wrong with that. Just keep your chest open. Be sure you can look forward. If you can straighten the arms, be sure that doesn't force your head forward. Now I want to take this back and forth. So deepen left knee, sink the hips down low, gaze up high. Press into your left foot, come back up. Again, deepen left knee, sink your hips down and forward, look toward the ceiling. Press into your left foot, come back to vertical. One more time, deepen your left knee, sink down, gaze high, hold here. Now keep that right hip sinking toward the front of the mat, keep breathing. Keep your shoulders pulled back, keep reaching through both arms. And then press into your left foot, come back upright, take an inhale. And with the exhale, hands through heart center, bring the right elbow outside to your left thigh this time. Press the elbow to the thigh, press the palms together, look back over your left shoulder. And this could be good enough right here. As you're twisting, keep your spine good and long. Now, if you want to take this further, you can bend back into that left knee, pull the right hip further forward to deepen the twist. But keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just press into your left foot. Come back to center, hands to your hips. And then from that kneeling lunge, we'll take this up to a high lunge. So put the weight to the left foot, tuck the toes to the right. Lift your right knee up off the floor. Now see that you got your balance here. Right hip forward, left hip back, right leg towards straight with the heel lifted behind. And then just keep your shoulders pulled back, keep yourself upright and keep your chest open. We're gonna go back and forth from here to balancing. So put your weight to the left foot, stay tall. Come forward with your right knee high, find your balance. And then to step that right foot straight back, find your high lunge. Again, bring this forward, right knee high, hold for a moment. And then step the right foot back. Bring it forward again, right knee high. And then step your right foot back. Now one more time, bring it forward, right knee high, stay balanced here. Dig into the left big toe, slow your breathing down. When you're ready, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Pull your right shoulder back and open your chest up to the right side. Now stay tall, stay twisted. Woo, just take this to where you can, still balancing here. And if you want to take this further, maybe reach that right arm back. Further still, you can reach the left hand to the outside of the right foot and maybe extend the leg. Just take it to where you need to. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, turn to center, hands to your hips, right knee still lifted. And then switch this out, right foot down, left knee up high. Find your balance here. Now go ahead, step that left foot back. Let's take this into warrior one. So you're not stepping it back too far. Deep bend of the right knee, straight left leg, both feet are flat, and the left foot points to the side about 45 degrees or so. Be sure you can pull the right hip back, left hip forward, and square your hips to the front. So don't be afraid to shorten or widen the stance a bit more. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach the arms up high. And then with the exhale, elbows out wide, draw the shoulders back, open up your chest. Now just keep your chest open like this, squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. And we're going to take this back and forth from this to around the spine. So take an inhale. Exhale, reach forward, round as much as you can. Inhale, pull this back, elbows wide, let your head fall back. Exhale, reach it forward and round. Inhale, pull this back, elbows wide. Exhale, forward and round again. Inhale, pull this back, elbows wide, hold here. Keep your chest open like this. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades toward each other. But bring your gaze forward. So hold the arch in your spine as best you can. Put the weight to the right foot, hinge from the hips, bring your belly forward. And then lift your left heel. Let's take this into balancing. Chest still open, weight comes to the right foot as your left foot lifts, bend your left knee. And maybe stay more upright. If you can go deeper, hinge from the hip. And bring that belly down toward parallel with the floor, but you're still looking forward, still drawing your shoulders back. Maybe even sink down and touch your belly to the right thigh. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift this up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands, bring your knees down, come into all fours. And we're taking to that lopsided crow setup, so just feel this out. Stand your right hand, but come down to the left forearm. Left elbow to the side, left hand moves to center. Slide the right hand back and stack the elbow directly over the wrist. Keep that elbow pulled in. Now tuck the toes of both feet, lift your knees, bring your hips up high. And then see about walking your feet further in. You can always just stay right here, keep in mind. Now if you want to take this further, keep looking down. Put the right knee onto the right arm. And then use your inner thigh, squeeze the left leg into the right. This could be plenty. If you're going to go further, maybe lift your left foot as well. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead, bring this down. Step it back to high plank. And we'll take it through another vinyasa. From your plank, take an inhale. Exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten your arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw the belly in. Hips up high to down dog. And paddle out here. All right, let's take this into the next sequence. With your next inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, forward, knee to right elbow. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, twist knee to left elbow, stay here. And then open to the side, drop your left heel, lift your left hand. And then extend your right leg and set the foot. With your next inhale, reach that left arm high, lift your hips. Right arm stays straight and strong, glutes are squeezing. Reach the left arm and just breathe. Take an inhale. With the exhale, come straight down. Pull the right knee in, left hand to the floor, right foot between your hands, low lunge. And from here, we'll take it up to warrior two. So with an inhale, drop your left heel. Lift your torso, win with the arms, open up to your left side. Just give yourself a moment to feel this out. Deep bend of the right knee. Straight left leg, one line from the front heel to the back arch. You can always lengthen this out further. Let this feel like a hip opener from the beginning. Now while you hold this, take a half bind. Left arm behind your back, palm facing. We keep that shoulder pulled back. Right palm up toward the ceiling. Let's take this back and forth. Inhale, reverse. Reach back, lean back. Gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward. Keep looking up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend forward one more time. Hold here. And then bring the right arm to the right leg. Left shoulder stays pulled back. This could be plenty.
Now, if you want to take it down lower, keep your half bind, but maybe bring that right hand to the floor inside your right leg. Left shoulder still pulled back. If you want to go deeper, you can bend the right elbow and sink down further. And if you want the full bind, you can reach underneath. Be sure your chest is facing out to the side, however deep you go, and you can still see the ceiling. Now, however far you took this, I want you to keep your half bind. So with an inhale, just keep that left arm behind, bring your torso up, right hand to the right hip. And then turn the heels in, toes out. I want to take a horse stance here. So bend the knees, thighs toward parallel to the floor. Right hand meets the left at your side. So palms, get the fingers in the lace, keep your shoulders pulled back and keep your chest open. Now from here, when you're ready, just bring the weight to the right foot, hinge down inside the right thigh, and then bring it back to center, back to horse. Again, bend to the right knee, hinge forward inside the right thigh, shoulders pulled back, and then bring yourself back to center. One more time, bend the right knee, hinge down inside your right thigh, and then come back to center, back to horse. Now while you're in horse, go ahead and lift the right heel, keep your torso upright. Now pivot to the left, dip your right knee down low, but keep it just above the floor, stay tall through your spine. You can always shift your feet around a little bit. And we're just going to pulse into that right knee just above the floor on my count. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring it back up, back to horse. Look at your left foot, turn it parallel to the back edge of the mat. Put the weight to the left foot. Drag your right big toe over, and then just come up to standing with your right knee high. Find your balance here. So digging the left big toe slow, you're breathing down. When you're ready, release your right hand, left arm still bound. Take hold of the right knee, pull it out to the side, and this is good enough. Left shoulder pull back, keep your chest open, keep the hip open on the right. Now, if you want to take this further, maybe reach inside the right leg and find the big toe. You can use that grip to pull the knee up higher. Stay tall. If you're going to extend the leg, just take it slow. Take it to where you can. You don't have to go all the way. All right, whatever grip you have, release it. Right knee still out to the side. Right arm reaches to the side. And then look toward the front of the mat. Step your right foot forward. Just keep a short stance. Everything stays open. Draw your left shoulder back. Now we're going to lift the back leg, and here's how we're going to do it. Reach your right arm forward past the right knee. Lift your left heel. Bring the fingertips of the right hand down to the floor. Left shoulder pulled back. You still got that bind with the left shoulder high. Now press into the right foot. Drag the left big toe forward. And let's take it back and forth, working the right leg. So press into your right foot. Lift your left foot as high as you can. Bend the right knee. Bring the big toe down. Press into your right foot. Lift your left foot as high as you can. Bend the right knee. Bring the big toe down. Press into your right foot, left leg lifts as high as you can go. Hold here, keep that left shoulder high, keep breathing. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, release. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. When you're ready, take an inhale, lift this up halfway. And then with the exhale, set the hands. Step your feet back, come down to all fours. And we'll take this into that lopsided crow again. So bring the right forearm down to the floor. Elbow to the side. The hand moves into center. That forearm's diagonal. Slide your left hand back. Elbow stacks directly over the wrist. Keep the elbow pulled in. Now when you're ready for me, tuck the toes of both feet. Lift your knees. Bring your hips up high. Walk your feet further in. Get the hips as high, higher still. Now to take it further, left knee to the left arm. Keep it here. Maybe squeeze the right leg into the left. Use your inner thighs. And then maybe lift that right foot as well. When you're ready, let's go ahead and release it. And step it back to high plank. Through the vinyasa here, take an inhale. Exhale, sit your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in. Hips up high to down dog. We'll take all that to the other side to even things out. So when you're ready for me, down dog, take an inhale, raise your left leg high. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, twist, knee to right elbow, hold here. Now just take it slow. Drop your right heel, open to the right side, lift your right hand. Left leg extends, set the foot. With an inhale, press your hips up high, reach for the right arm, and breathe here. Keep your glutes squeezing, let your head fall back. Keep stretching that right arm long. Take an inhale.
With the exhale, just sink back down. Right elbow toward your belly, pull the left knee in. Back to center, right hand down, left foot between your hands, low lunge. Now from your low lunge to warrior two, with an inhale, drop your right heel, lift the torso, windmill the arms, open out to the right side, and give yourself a moment to set this up. And again, you can slide your feet further out and take a longer stance. Let it feel like a hip opener from the beginning. Everything stays open to the right side. Now take a half bind, right arm behind your back, palm face away, pull that shoulder back. Left palm open toward the ceiling. Back and forth. Inhale, reverse, reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward, keep looking up. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. With the exhale, extend forward one more time, stay here. And then bring the left elbow to the left thigh. Right shoulder stays pulled back, stay open. Now if you want to go further, maybe bring that left arm down inside the left leg. Right shoulder stays high. You can bend the left elbow and sink further. If you want to bind it, reach underneath, find that grip behind you. Right shoulder high, gaze up high. Be sure your chest stays open to the side rather than facing the floor. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring yourself upright. Right arm still bound, left hand to your hip, turn the heels in, toes out, and find your horse stance on this side. So bend in the knees, bring the thighs toward parallel with the floor as best you can, bring the hips down low. Left hand meets the right at your side. So palms together, fingers in lace, shoulders stay pulled back. Now when you're ready from here, go ahead, bend deep in your left knee, straighten the right leg, fold down inside your left thigh, and then come back to center, back to horse. Again, bring it to the left side, fold this down inside your left leg, straighten the right, and then come back to center, back to horse. One more time, over to your left side. Chest toward the floor, low inside your left thigh, and then come back to center, you're still in horse. Now from here, take it slow, press and toes the left foot, lift your left heel. Pivot to the right, but keep your torso upright. Adjust your feet as you need to, stay tall. Now dip your left knee down low, stay low here, and we're just gonna pulse into that knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the left heel, come back up to horse. And then look at the right foot, turn it parallel to the short side of the mat. Put the weight to the right foot, lift your left heel, drag that left big toe over. Come to standing with your left knee high, find your balance. And once you're stable, right arm stays bound. With your left hand, take hold of the left knee. Pull it out to the side and keep your right shoulder pulled back. This is good enough right here. Now if you want to take it further, still balancing, you can reach inside your left leg, maybe find the big toe. And if you find that grip, you can use it to pull the knee higher, maybe even extend the leg. You don't have to go all the way. Take an inhale. Now release your grip. Left arm and left knee to the side. Now look to your left. Step your left foot toward the front of the mat. And stay open to the side, right shoulder pulled back. So your left hand is going to reach past your left leg. Lift your right heel, bring the fingertips of the left hand to the floor. Right shoulder stays high, drag that right big toe forward. Now stay open to the right side, we're going to lift that right leg. Pressing your left foot, right foot goes up high. Bend your left knee, bring the right big toe down. Pressing your left foot, lift that right leg high. Bend the left knee, right big toe comes down. Pressing your left foot, lift the right leg high, hold here. Keep that foot high, stay breathing. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, both feet down, forward fold. Now when you're ready, take an inhale, lift up halfway. With the exhale, set your hands, bring your knees down to the floor, come back to all fours. One more time to that lopsided crow setup here. Bring your left arm down. Left elbow to the side, left hand comes into center. Slide the right hand back, elbow over the wrist, keep the elbow pulled in. Look down at the floor, tuck the toes of both feet, lift your knees, get your hips up high. Walk your feet further in, hips higher still. Now to take it further, right knee to the right arm. Keep your hips up high. Maybe squeeze the left leg toward the right, use your inner thighs. Maybe even lift your left foot as well. And then when you're ready, go ahead and bring everything down. Find your high plank. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, set your knees down. Shoulders forward, elbows back, bring your chin and chest down low. With the inhale, pull your chest forward, straighten the arms, upward dog. Exhale, draw your belly in. Hips up high to down dog. Give yourself a moment to paddle out here. And then let's take this into half pigeon. When you're ready, inhale your right leg high behind you. With the exhale, bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go ahead, flatten your left foot, straighten your left leg, pull your left hip forward, and keep it in line with the right. Just let your hips sink straight down. Now, try to keep your hips squared. You should feel at least some of this in the outer right hip. You can stay upright. This might be good enough. You can go deeper with extension coming toward a back bend if you want to take it there. Now, most people want to relax, and if you want that, you can come down to the elbows, maybe melt down all the way, and just take this to where you need to here. Keep breathing. Keep your left hip pulling forward. And you can always kick a little further into that right foot to make this stretch a little bit more active. Just breathe with this, though. All right, now from here, we're going to take this into another pose. So if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And when you're ready, just lower yourself to the right hip, swing your left leg forward. And let's take this into Lord of the Fishes. So this is a seated twist. Right heel comes outside your left hip. Step your left foot outside the right thigh. And give yourself a moment to get both sit bones down to the floor. Now, once you're ready here, set the left hand down behind you. Inhale your right arm high. And with the exhale, bring the right elbow past your left thigh. Now, keep your spine tall. Reach the crown of the head straight up toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder and use your right arm, press into the left leg, and just breathe with us here. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands to your right side. Lightly open your chest to the right for a moment. And then turn to center. Hands down behind you. Untangle the legs. Cross the ankles. Roll forward to the hands. Step back to down dog. And let's take that to the other side. So once you're ready here, inhale your left leg high behind you. With the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee to your left wrist. Left ankle somewhere behind the right. Now, right knee down, right foot flat behind. Pull your right hip forward, keep it in line with the left, and sink your weight straight down here so the hips stay square. Look for at least some of that stretch on the bent leg side, outer left hip maybe toward the glutes. And again, you can stay upright like this. You can go deeper to extension if you want the back bend. And if you want to settle in, you can maybe come down to the elbows, maybe even melt down all the way. But keep that right hip pulling forward, both hips stay squared. You can curl the toes of the left foot and kick down with that foot to make the stretch more active. But just take it to where you need to right now. There's nothing wrong with relaxing this pose. All right, again from here, if your hands are forward, walk them back in. When the hands are close enough, lower it to your left hip, swing your right leg forward. And let's take this twist on the other side. So the left heel comes outside your right hip this time, right foot outside your left thigh. Now take a moment, get both sit bones down. When you're ready, right hand sits behind. Inhale your left arm high. And with the exhale, move to the twist, left elbow past your right thigh. Now keep your spine tall, reach the crown of the head straight up. Look back over the right shoulder. Left arm presses to the right leg, but stay tall as you're twisting and keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Bring both hands over to your left side. Lightly open your chest to the left. And then turn back to center. Hands behind, lean back, untangle the legs. And this time, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, and come up to kneeling. We're actually going to take this into Camel Pose. So once you're up, just see if there's a separation between your legs here. So the knees are about hips width distance apart. You can have the feet flat behind you. This is the way I always do it. If you prefer, you can always tuck your toes. But bring your hands to your hips, squeeze your glutes and press your hips forward, and keep your glutes squeezing. Now, you can set the hands down on the hamstrings, like they're in back pockets, your low back, whatever you like. You can even just take a bind. Whatever you do with your hands, keep the elbows pulling toward each other, keep your shoulders drawn back, and keep your hips pressing forward. Now, when you're ready for me, wherever the hands are, just walk your gaze up the front wall. Find the point of the ceiling that's directly above you. Just check in with this here. Shoulders back, open your chest toward the ceiling. Hips are still pressing forward and feet are still pressing down. And this might be good enough. Keep the tension in your glutes to ground your spine. So try to lengthen your spine as you're leaning this back. Now, if you want to take it further, maybe walk your gaze along the ceiling and look for the back wall. And if you want to take it further still, you can release your hands and try to find your heels. But wherever you take this to, glutes engaged, hips forward, shoulders back, keep your chest open, and just keep your breath long and smooth here. And then slowly walk your gaze along the ceiling. Find the front wall and bring yourself down to sitting on your heels for a moment. And just breathe. And now if you're seeing spots, if you need a longer break, just stay here. But whenever you're ready, bring your legs out from underneath you and come all the way down onto your back. Now once you're down, draw your knees into your chest. Squeeze everything in close. And then we're going to take one more round of back bending here. So I'm going to start the cueing with bridge and then lead into wheel. You can always stay in bridge. You don't have to take it any further. And if you're used to back bend and you want to hold wheel longer, you can always just start with that if you already know the pose. So either way, go ahead and bring your feet down to the floor. And to set this up, feet and knees hips width distance. Bring your heels in close so you can flatten your low back as much as possible while you're down. Arms at your sides, palms to the floor. Just keep your gaze high. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, press into your feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, and stay lifted here. And just breathe with this. Hold the tension and lift with your hips still pressing high, and that's good enough. Now if you want to deepen your bridge, you can bring your hands under your hips. Maybe interlace your fingers, maybe pull your palms together. Maybe work your shoulders behind your back to open your chest even more. And this is good enough, but keep the lift. Now, if you want to take it from bridge to wheel, go ahead and release your hands. So hands around your head, palms to the floor, fingertips toward your shoulders, elbows high. When you're ready, pressing your palms, you can always just lift to the top of your head first. And then whenever you're ready, straighten your arms. So hips toward the ceiling, chest toward the back wall. Keep your glutes squeezing. And if either pose is too much on the low back, you can always bring the heels up to give yourself more space. But hold that tension in your glutes, squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other, and let the front of the body open up. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring this all the way back down. Now once you come down, pull your knees into your chest, squeeze everything in close. And we'll take this to Supergirl Mukasana. So go ahead and release your left foot to the floor. Right knee to your chest. Open your right leg up to 90 degrees. And let's cross the legs. Bring the left knee in directly behind the right. Now pull down. It's opposite hand to opposite leg. You can just hold the knees here, but keep your knees close. Work to flatten your spine as you pull down toward the floor. Now if you want to go deeper, you can work your hands toward your feet. And if you really want to take this further, take it even deeper. You can curl your toes toward your hands and pull your feet down toward the floor, but up toward your shoulders at the same time. Now just keep breathing here. Keep your knees close to your chest. Keep your spine as flat as possible. And press up into your hands as your hands pull down. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Untangle the legs, switch this out. Right foot to the floor, left knee to the center of your chest. Open your left leg to 90 degrees. Bring the right knee in directly behind the left. Now squeeze your legs together tight. Pull down. Again, opposite hand to opposite leg. You can just hold the knees. That's good enough. And if you're going to go further, work your hands toward your feet. And if you want to take it deeper, curl your toes toward your hands. Pull your feet toward the floor, but up toward your shoulders at the same time. Now again, keep your knees close to your chest. Keep working to flatten your spine. And as you pull down, whatever you're holding on to, push into your hands at the same time. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release this. Untangle your legs. Bring your knees into your chest side by side. Squeeze down. And let's take this to happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees. And then pull down on both sides. Try to press the knees to the floor. Outside your ribs, press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. And just keep the tension working both up and down. Try to flatten your spine. Sink your tailbone down toward the floor. If you want to take this further, you can rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, when you're ready, take a deep inhale here. Draw it down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms to the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body settle down into the mat for a moment. When you're ready, just move again, bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. And then take a deep inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And pull everything back in. Draw the elbows toward your chest. Bring your knees up as well. And then just take your time. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here. Stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to the top. And just let everything go. Now, thank you for joining class. Namaste.